Hello there. This week's channeling from the 12 Angels of Atlantis is about a cosmic storm that literally created power outages around our world last week. And the angels have detailed that this was a multi-dimensional broadcast from our solar star, from the solar logos, which awakened our planet's crystalline grid matrix and affected many magnetic Earth nodes, and of course triggered our dormant DNA into expansion. The angels are suggesting that these solar flares literally rang a cosmic alarm bell, and that miracles are beginning to occur as a result. So stay with me. You are meant to be here to hear this. And please, if you haven't done so, do click subscribe, like, and afterwards leave a comment when you've heard the channeling, for we will truly appreciate your loving support. And for those of you who do regularly write notes to me and comments, bless you, I really receive your love. You see, we want to create an expanding global community of light for the Angels of Atlantis, and connecting with kindred spirits all over the globe, tuning into the love and the grace of the angels. Oh yes, and if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter list, please go to the website and a protocol will pop up for you to sign, and then we can share with you the rare values of the angels' entertainment and education. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's at the bottom of the screen, www.theangelsofatlantis.com. And finally, what comes to mind for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Stuart Pearce, and for nearly 40 years, I've been the emissary of 12 angels called the Angels of Atlantis, who came to me in 1987. And these are they who are actually going to be channeling through me. So what I'm going to do, as many of you are familiar, is that I'm going to close my eyes and breathe very deeply through my being, open up the pranic cord in my central nervous system, in my spine, and then open the chakras, the 7 into the 8th chakra, go deep into my heart, because this is where I hear the angels' voices. I'm slightly different from many of my colleagues as a channel because my eyes will be open so that the angels can radiate their love light to you, and also you'll hear harmonics being produced by my voice. They speak through, they radiate through the harmonics of my voice. Okay, so here we go. Greetings, beacons of light. We are here, dear ones. We are here with you and within you. We, 12 angels of Atlantis, are in soul attendance for you. And we fill you with wondrous love, beautiful grace, and lots of our joy. Please hear us. We say, please hear us. Your dear planet has been recently buffeted by the largest and most powerful of solar flares, which consequently created a solar storm. And it was sent by star intelligence. It was sent by your solar deity, the Sun, on May the 11th, 12th, around the aperture of the full moon in Scorpio. And it was sent by the ancient wisdom of the solar logos. Did you feel the vibrational echo within the continuous waves of force? Did you feel this within you? You see, this flare was sent as a giant gift for you, earthlings, for you upon the GAIA. Indeed, these sun flares affected the entire sacred equilibrium of the GAIA, as tremendous light waves and distinct solar pulses moved across your ionosphere. Quite literally, your planet Earth has rendered itself as a symphony of insight created by this awakening, and the fact that the music of the spheres is singing about you, precipitated by the intelligence of your central star. And we dispatch this further information into the future. We will literally be distorting time, moving the space-time continuum about the supra-technology that we angels and your star brothers and sisters are utilizing at the moment. Do not be surprised to experience time warp. You see, we are speaking of a solar force that cannot be trivialized. Vast kinetic waves and a poetry of data arose from each of your astrological planetary neighbors, who possess their own signature note, their own song of soul, and all of these notes, including your own, were struck open by the buffeting rays of the solar storm, and we now wish to inform you of their import, and to remind you that you have your own signature note, and this was plucked by the solar storm. Remember, yes, remember, your heart chakra is known in Sanskrit as anahata, which means the unstruck note. And yet, during this cosmic storm, the note of your heart, the note of the planetary heart, has been struck, as with all of your neighboring planets, and this has created a tremendous awakening upon the GAIA. An awakening that draws more and more people to become aware of who they truly are. From our etheric perspective, we saw the potential resonance of this vast solar storm arising within your star system during the Earth time phase of last week, but this was the strongest force felt thus far in your current solar cycle. Thus, many of your cellular systems and communication devices within the spectrum of radar and radio wave broadcasting became distorted. There were news reports you will have read throughout Asia, Middle East, Europe, elsewhere. Yes, there was outage, although each country effectively explained this phenomenon as systems failure. But please, be aware, there will be many other solar flares. And these we began speaking about at the beginning of this series of transmissions in your 2024. These will arrive with increasing velocity, with increasing magnitude, and so we are preparing you. This event was a multi-dimensional broadcast from the solar logos, which awakened your planet's crystalline grid and affected the many magnetic Earth nodes around the planet. These are ancient sacred sites with monoliths erected upon them, whether they be temples or extraordinary architectures. And we speak of the Great Pyramid of Giza, Göbekli Tepe, Angkor Wat, Chichén Itzá, Mount Shasta, Machu Picchu, Uluru, Lake Titicaca, Maui, Glastonbury Tor, Accra, St. Paul's Cathedral in London, and Mount Kailash. And therefore, likewise, you see these waves moved through your dormant DNA circuitry and stirred the 44 dormant codons into awakening. This will increase your capacity from a double helix into your potential 12 helix. And that's just for now. You see, we have been energetic preparing you for this display of solar light through all of our preceding transmissions. And so during the energetic waves of last week, you may have felt nausea, emotional surges, brain fog, racing heart arrhythmia, spasmodic breath challenges, insomnia, acoustic hearing challenges, or heat waves. For the sensitivity of your flesh, your inner organs and bioenergetic circuitry picked up the waves of this vast magnetic force and responded to this phenomenon by way of an energy conversation, by the way of the forces being engendered within you. And by the way, these were scientifically calculated by NASA, which stated it was an unprecedented wave of photonic force. And yet, we say to you, dear ones, there will be more, and all will be well. Now, we want to share with you some of the ingredients of this rapid physical and psychic upgrade. It was a kaleidoscopic integration of mighty ascension photons taking place within a short period of time upon planet Earth. And of course, it will take time for your bodies to fully assimilate, decode, and calibrate the integration of these pulsations of solar light, for they are reconditioning your entire neurology. Yes, you see, you are reforming, you are reshaping, you are reconstituting your entire molecular force. In fact, your DNA right now is decoding ancient instructions that arrived with the solar force, arrived to dissolve the older frequencies that are no longer in vibrational match with your divine destiny. And we say to you, all is well. And so if you feel fear, if you feel worry, if you are deeply concerned, please use the alchemical processes. Do not feed the negativity. Literally transform the negative into positive. We have imparted these processes for you through all of the foundational techniques. So use them in the way that we've communicated with you in past channelings through our emissary before you. Primarily, please use your breath to build a bridge between the dimensions. Do this by extending the out-breath, which will allow you to obtain a deeper, wider in-breath, and then hum in your heart. This will be a mighty healing salve. And then chant the Aum. This is the calling card of the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source within your heart. Also spend meditation time lying flat on the earth, on the bare earth, with your bare feet upon the earth, if possible. And feel the loving gravity of Mother Earth recalibrating your vibrational body council. Similarly, have sacred music playing constantly within your residence. Let the sacred music refine all of the internal and external energies. This is quintessential. Recover and love your being. You see, these particular solar flares were effectively registered as a cosmic alarm bell. Please observe that this alarm moved you further away from an adherence to the old patriarchal force, awakening you to a more refined stellar composition. For 90% of your being, meaning the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen within you, was formed by the stars. And this makes you a grail bearer, a cosmic tuning fork, a stellar light being. And therefore be this celestial beacon, signal, pulse, wave the love of the divine through your sensorium, and place your voice within your heart. Choose your words carefully, for you are spelling away the cognitive dissonance and the acoustic noise of the past. All of the shocks that you've received in not being allowed to be your true divine sovereignty. And this is happening now in the harmony of your beautiful voice. For your voice is a core healing tool. Remember, sound is at the core of creation. Dear ones, seek stillness. Breathe deeply. Bring yourself to sound, sounding within your being and making sure that you are sound. Be vigilant and constantly remind yourself about divine harmony, for this fundamental practice will ground you, will center you, for you have everything you need within you in the sacredness of your divine being. We made sure of this millennia ago in Atlantis through all of the gifts that we gave your biocircuitry. And then, further still, as you experience these cosmic surges, everything sacred is blessed, everything blessed is sacred. Therefore use the chant, El Im Om Ka. You will remember it. It's from the Atlantean tongue. Do you feel the echo within you? El Im Om Ka. For this will work magic. This will bring your physicality and feelings into coherence with the divine. It is an ancient, sacred chant. You see, in each syllable marks one of the sacred elements that live within you. El is the earth. When you think of our angels' names within this communion, Michael, Jophiel, Uriel. So celestial force is made earthed. Im is the water. Om is the air. And Ka is the fire. Uriel governs the earth. Gabriel governs the water. Raphael governs the air. And Michael, governs the fire. South, west, north, east, where the sun rises, the fire element. This is the sacred compass. And so therefore keep remembering when you use Elim Omkar to drink pure water for your spiritual and physical nourishment. Eat water-based foods, and please cease imbibing acid-forming foods or liquids, particularly alcohol. You see, you are being physically and psychically reconditioned. Reconditioned for the intensity of even more greater solar flashes and flares, and these will lead you through to the summer solstice on June 21st of this year. Always comprehend, always stay firm in your conviction. We are with you, dear ones. We are with you in your rising. We are with you in our loving. We are with you in your ascension alongside astrological powers of vast magnitude. For you are being lifted up. You are being lifted above the geomagnetic pressure points that exist upon your Gaia. Feel the stillness. And within the stillness, do you feel our love? Be prepared to feel our love levitate you. You will be lighter, feeling how our love honors the beauty and faithfulness of your Gaia, which lives within you and without. All is well, for all is sacred. No choice is being made by cosmic forces that does not play to your advantage. And remember, we will always look after you. We will always be next to you. We will always overlight you and produce magic and miracles. So never forget, you will also benefit from the fast emanations of a coherent holography created by your star brothers and sisters who are very close by. They are suspended in their unique technology within the ionosphere of your planet. For you see, one of their prime wishes is to protect the sensitivity of your skin suit, whilst these plasma waves increase in their velocity, their frequency, and their magnitude. For it is not intended for you to feel weakened as the power of your sun's heat moves across your planetary domain. Quite the reverse. For you to be empowered as sun-star beings. This is the light upon your planet. But at the same time, be wise. We are with you. And every time you receive these photon waves, you will feel encoded data revealed from the subatomic particles of your deeper being. This means from your unconscious. And therefore lean into the solar logos, lean into the vibrations of the divine Mother, Father, God source, lean into our curatorial love. These are vast intelligences that will attend to you and help to recalibrate you simply because of our love for you, our belief within you. You see, we divine forces are much bigger than your dear little beings, so we will look after you. And then these quantum waves of solar force, carrying within them data in sonic and light codes, they will open direct transmissions within you. They will interact with you. They will interface. They will caress you. They will deeply affect your crystalline nature and the essence of your being in accordance with divine will and in accordance with divine prophecy. So be prepared. Your biocircuitry through your glands is being affected, particularly your thymus, your pituitary, and your pineal. They are all evolving your toroidal magnetic field. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is the magnetic field that surrounds you like a sacred ring, yet with only one radial component. And that moves to and from the very center of your being. Yes, you see, you've got it. It is your blessed heart that is the central point of your being and your toroid. It is the seat of your soul. And remember, your heart has an energy field 5,000 times greater than your brain. The exquisite codes of your toroid carry light geometric intelligence. And this will awaken through the Atlantean elemental sound codes we have given you of El, Im, Om, Ka, corresponding with the four elements within your being. And so be prepared for waves of galvanic emotional surging. Be prepared for acute sensory facilitation. Be prepared for your breath to be quickened and your heart possibly to miss a beat or two. For these are the forces that are being brought to you. They are gifts. And they will produce crystal clear intuition, greater stillness, acute psychic presentiments, and increased flashes of supernatural knowing about your own extraordinary gifts. You see, these are signals. And they are informing the surface consciousness of your being, yet dredging up from deep within your unconscious or subconscious vistas of sensing. Did you know that your unconscious mind does not know anybody else but you? Whereas your conscious mind is anchored to be the captain of your soul. Your unconscious has no conception of any other consciousness but you. And so, when you criticize or judge others, your unconscious thinks you are criticizing and judging and negating yourself. And herein lies a caveat. Be present to all the words you use, for they imprint and influence your mind, your total sensory consciousness. This is the spelling of your spells, do you see? This is why words are spelled. You are spelling your spells, your magic, for they are created, fresh minted, and instituted by the feeling tones and the sensory membrane of your soul interfacing with your physicality. So you see, dear ones, please live in the poetry of your soul. Poetry is the language of feeling, and feeling is the language of your soul. And the more you allow higher vibrational feeling words to be used within your being, the more you will feel frequency signals opening you. You will find yourself speaking, writing, and spelling universal wisdom. The more you are in touch with your soul, the more you will become a celestial, divine I Am Presence being. Dear soul, be not disturbed by planetary scars. Remain securely orbed in the protracted sacred star. All universal points are shrunk into a flower. Between all delicate anoints, chaos keeps no power. And so, before you speak, let your words be filtered, passing through the filter of your heart and using 3 maxims. Is this true? Is this useful? Is this loving? The cosmic significance of this event we've referred to was that it functioned as a celestial amplifier for the dissolving old patterns of fear-based emotion. And this powerful ignition has therefore lightened your feeling-based energies and enveloped your soul with enthusiasm. Did you know that this word means to be blessed by God's joyous essence? So please allow your whole presence to be evoked thus, dissolving old fears and worries and transcending by invoking joyous meditations and sacred prayers. This means you will condition yourself to think and feel positively, and thence be kind, be gracious, be loving. You see, these features are the features of your evolution. They are arousal frequencies. And so the factor of your being that you call illusion, which often encourages you to evade the truth through fear, is being placed in sharp contrast with all of the uplifting energies of joy, delight, love, liberation, and the excelling nature of your excellence, of your soulful essence. And so you see, the old negative feeling states are being placed within a cosmic shredding machine created by the solar flares and the fact that the current Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus has given you awareness of the keys that were implanted in your soul 12,000 years ago, and which will accelerate the embodiment of your 5th dimensional capabilities. And this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction marks a transfiguration of Earth's embodiment process, which is a once-in-a-lifetime celestial corridor of profound light, meaning that any fear-based resistance that placed you in contracting thought prisons is now being resolved, dissolved, is being modified to refine your sacred living process. And then, on a broader scale, Pluto is currently centered in Aquarius. And this extraordinary power is assisting you with the uprooting of old global patriarchal control measures that have been perpetrated by coercion and manipulation within your central organizing principles, within those systems that have kept humanity bound in lower frequency behaviors. And this conjunction is being conjoined with Saturn in Pisces. And this brings celestial synchronization. And this in tandem will dissolve the karmic fear of illusion, separation, will stave off the egoic tendencies that have always wanted to create division. And so, it is time for gentle celebration. For the old era is collapsing, dissolving, and returning to the darkness from which it came. And so, resurrection is taking place. A new beginning is being revealed. A transfiguration is drawing all earth beings into a completely new frequency field. Do you feel this? Do you observe this? And in so doing, do not preoccupy yourselves with the situations upon your planet that are in conflict. We are not saying ignore, we are simply saying use your alchemy. Because at the same time, you see, a restoration is taking place. An ancient spiritual architecture, the ethos of your enlightenment process, based on truth, purity, and human refinement, is awakening. This is exquisite. This is beautiful. This is wondrous. And so, your planet's crystalline magnetic grid is supporting this new beginning, and so the ley lines on your planet are awakening the purity of past civilizations, many of which lie on the ocean's floor or are covered with vegetation moving deep into the flesh and the heart of the Gaia. And you will hear divine strains of harmonic music that are exquisitely still playing within the ethers, as they are within the ancient rocks, within the trees, within the watercourses, within the sacred temple complexes. All is sounding this celebration. And therefore, multifarious code frequencies are awakening within this earthly yet celestial architecture. All are being lit up to embrace and absorb the powerful sound and light codes that come from the solar logos. Therefore, all is being triggered to reform. Feel vitalized by this data, because when you feel that you're being drawn to these sacred sites, you will notice ancient echoes will awaken within you. For example, ancient Egypt. And therefore consider attending one of the sacred retreats that we have inspired our emissary to facilitate, that are all heart-based pilgrimages within the holy land of Egypt, within Kemet, within Egyptos, which he's conducted for many, many, many years. We awakened him 56 years ago in Egypt. And these opportunities and others like them, there are many, will accelerate your spiritual intelligence, especially with regard to the harmony of your celestial blueprint. And you will see that the spiritual ancestry of Atlantis is awaiting you in Egypt. The spiritual ancestry of Mu will be waiting for you in the South Seas. But Egypt is an earthly mirror of a heavenly frequency. You see, you are a frequency. In fact, your role is to be a frequency holder, whilst participating in the extraordinary celebration of Gaia's ascension. Therefore, place your belief, faith, and trust in both hands, and be consistent as you focus your soul's enlightening based on love. And now, we must leave you. We must leave you so that you may meditate on these powerful transmissions. Please muse on these teachings. Allow your being to be saturated by the love light that we share with you through our emissary. We are reopening an ancient part of your consciousness that has been subsumed beneath the logic and the quantitative, cerebral aspect of your being. Yet now, this ancient part of you is awakening and stretching open your metaphoric consciousness, which is alive in your heart and in the hearts of great poets, great philosophers, writers that wrote about enlightenment, that holds at its core the sanctity of the human being. And it is the feeling aspect of your heart and soul that registers this and wants to come forth to honor your divine and infinite being. Everything we have communicated plays to your advantage. And so move through the poetry of mankind, noticing the Spiritus Mundi reforming, and know that she loves you as we love you. And so know you are loved. Farewell, love steadfastly, express through an open heart, and be within your divine I Am presence, dear ones, and we will meet you again. We promise. Namaste, namaste, namaste.